For months, you cannot escape this song. This child singing about how you was gonna get arrested if you dare lay a finger on her was everywhere. It became the first VTuber song to reach 100 million views, and people couldn't get enough of it. Well, who was this girl? Who was the person behind Lollygag Requiem? That person was Shigure Ui, who is your laid-back artist and VTuber who could not predict that a song she made as simply an album cut for fun would take her so far into the spotlight. Let's dive into her history, cause I find her to be quite the interesting individual, and I'm sure some of you watching this will agree. Hi, my name is Yui Tachibana, a degenerate VTuber who wants to be your sunshine. So for us VTuber enthusiasts, Shigure Ui at this point needs no introduction. But in case you're new to the community, I'll give you a brief rundown. Shigure Ui is an illustrator and a VTuber who got her start as an art graduate, who initially worked at a game development company. From there, she became a freelance artist, who she credits her mother as an influence for her motivation to start drawing. Along the way, she would start designing for VTubers, most notably Uzura Subaru for Hololive. The two together absolutely give off mother and daughter vibes, which in this case Yui-chan is her mama, so the idea just writes itself. Their chemistry led to Subaru suggesting that Yui start being a VTuber herself, which she did. She debuted in May 2019, self-proclaiming to be a 16-year-old student who would be regarded by her fans as a quiet, laid-back, and mellow personality. The artist/VTuber would host art streams that have been noted to be very informative for aspiring digital artists. In spite of this otherwise laid-back personality, she has let it be known intentionally or unintentionally that she takes a liking to crass humor and that she's an avid fan of a few quote-unquote less than wholesome professional artists. She also likes to tease her audience, especially in her Q&As. Having gotten a cult fanbase for herself, Shigure Ui would continue to illustrate, including designing VSPO Sendo Yui, an official light novel illustrator for Osamake. All while doing this, she would later release her debut album The Rain Doesn't Stop Yet on May 25, 2022. It mostly features covers and a couple of original songs in there. While her fanbase did enjoy this album for what it was, there was one song in particular that more than a year later, she had no idea would take off as it did. And you know which one it is. Shukusei Lollygag Requiem or Lollygag Requiem was initially just one track on an album that went under the radar for quite some time. While it was regarded as a cute track by her hardcore fans, it wasn't until the music video was animated for it that the song just took off like crazy. But where did this song come from exactly? When you look at who wrote and composed the song, they are written by D-Watt and Marin, both of whom are part of the group Iosis. Any hardcore weebs who grew up to 2000s otaku culture will immediately know this name, as they made a name for themselves most notably in the Touhou Project fanbase. I still bump Marissa Stole the Precious Thing to this very day. Being an otaku herself, Shigure Ui wanted to do a Denpa song with Iosis. Now Denpa song is a strange but catchy tune that has become quite a popular genre in Japan. Clearly it has quite the audience, and so this idea on paper sounds quite hand in hand. She revealed the original lyrics were far more brutal than the final cut, which she compared to hitting someone with concrete. Now the song itself is performed by Shigure Ui in her 9-year-old schoolgirl persona, which she has used 4 times, 3 of which were because of punishing herself for losing at games, and the 4th where she had a 3D stream for said persona, which occurred after the music video had premiered. I'm sure a lot of you know what this song is about already, it needs no further explanation. It's an anti-creep anthem, what you see is what you get. She sings in a girly fashion that quite honestly, with language barriers keeping many of us divided, successfully fooled many of us into thinking this was just another ordinary happy-go-lucky bubblegum pop anime song, and sure enough, that's just what happened. But before I bring them up, I cannot stress this enough, this song was everywhere on the internet. The song reached 10 million views in 3 weeks, and that was the fastest a VTuber had ever gotten with a song before. It would reach 60 million by December, and it would be taken by TikTok and YouTuber users doing dance challenges to the song. The Genshin Impact fanbase took notice of the song as well, and many others, which if you know about the algorithm, people was eating like kings off this one song and getting all kinds of attention, including most notably a gangster rap song called 9mm by the group Memphis Cult. The song hit off like crazy when Shigure Ui was put on a fan edit for the song, which the group actually made as the background video in the Spotify page for the song. That is such a base Chad move right there. By the end of September, it was estimated over 6,000 videos had been made off Lollygag Requiem, and for a VTuber, this was unprecedented. It was also getting the attention of those, like I said, were unaware that this song wasn't your ordinary poppy tune. The child safety maker Artec featured the song in a video of theirs where one of their employees was dancing to the song, and social media criticized them for it, which forced them to post an apology on their website for their quote-unquote extremely inappropriate behavior that lacks consideration and self-awareness. Likewise, children's television host Daisuke Yokoyama would take part in the dance challenges for the song on TikTok, which he was also criticized for, to the point he had to delete his account, admitting he didn't know the context behind the song and just wanted to take part in the trend. This has led to discussion whether or not this song was a lolly anthem, and in my opinion, it is sung by one, at least an aged down version of her, and while she embraces it, she also defends herself against those who, if I say the word, YouTube will leave me bankrupt and I'll have to go job hunting. But you know what they are, it's an anti-creep anthem. So with all this success, what does Shigure Ui herself think of all this? Well, she was surprised by it. And I mean, I would too if a song I made that was just a random track on an album suddenly became the lucky charm to being further into the spotlight. She had not made the song with the primary intention to be famous, also hoping that for newcomers, she wouldn't be seen as just a mesugaki, which translates to bratty little girl in English. After all, this was just another side to her that she didn't foresee a future with that very persona taking her to new heights. Quite literally, she was suffering from success. Now that the song has well over 100 million views, it now sits as the most viewed VTuber song in recent history, a record that BB Diba by Hoshibachi Suisei is close to tying if not surpassing in the near future, which honestly both songs succeeding in rapid fashion shows just how more impactful VTuber culture is becoming right now. In the meantime, Shigure Ui has continued to be herself, and doing what she always does, draw and entertain her fanbase. She has since released another album, her first one with EMI/Universal Music Group, where fellow VTuber Mori Calliope is also signed to, which is really nice to see. So with that said, Shigure Ui will soon reach 2 million subscribers at the time of recording this, so I want to be the first to say congratulations to her. She deserves everything that she has worked hard for. What do you think of Shigure Ui, and how did you find this song? Or tell me what is your favorite song from her other than that one? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching this video. Please support my Patreon and my Ko-fi, and follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel. I upload weekly, and join my Discord to be part of the movement. Special thanks to Jason N for supporting the Patreon. If you'd like to get a shout out at the end of my videos, please support the Patreon. This is your sunshine, Yui Tachibana, signing out.